The president yesterday reacting to news that the Attorney General William Barr has assigned U.S. Attorney John Durham to investigate the origins of the Russia investigation. Here in studio with us, Tom Fitton, the president of Judicial Watch. Tom, he's been at this for a couple of weeks now. Is this a good decision on Barr's part? Do you like John Durham?
He seems like a competent U.S. attorney. I'm glad there's no special prosecutor. We need prosecutions, not special prosecutors. The special prosecutor would mean it would go on for years as opposed to a few months. So it's good that there's a U.S. attorney with significant experience in investigating government corruption issues. He investigated the Whitey Bulger scandal up in Boston. And this is the most serious political corruption scandal in American history, the illicit targeting of President Trump. There needs to be a criminal investigation of people like Peter Strzok, James Comey, Andrew McCabe, other people in the CIA and elsewhere that evidently misused their political positions or their positions of public trust for political purposes to target President Trump. You know, the president to me is a crime victim. And you betcha there needs to be an investigation, especially given this Mueller report that shows there was never any good reason to begin looking at him to begin with. What an abuse of power by this government. The least they can do is have a U.S. attorney start sniffing around.
Do you have a clear sense of the delineation of the tasks between John Huber, who's in Utah, and John Durham, the U.S. attorney in Connecticut? Because we've been hearing about Huber for a while. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I thought the whole point of Huber's appointment was to look into the beginnings of the investigation into the Trump campaign. What is your understanding of that division?
I always thought the point of the Huber appointment was to deflect and take out the political reasons for appointing a special prosecutor at that time. They didn't want to appoint a special prosecutor to target Hillary Clinton or the origins of the anti-Trump effort. So they appointed this guy out in Utah, and you know, he was appointed to investigate whether to investigate. So I've never thought much of the appointment to
So it was
with.
kind of Sessions' way of appointing like a blue ribbon commission, just like we're not actually going to deal with the problem, we'll just pretend?
Yeah, everyone's calling for a special prosecutor. I'll appoint this guy out in Utah and take the pressure off.
Oh, so we shouldn't be looking forward to this as much as I thought we should be looking forward
Well, you
to
know,
this.
maybe he's actually done some sort of analysis
All right.
saying, hey, you need to look at this more carefully.
Yeah, right.
Which I guess would be better than nothing.
But when
which is what
Congress actually asked for information, they didn't cough anything up.
Yeah.
So you never know.
I don't know. Once again, Tom, you take me on an emotional roller coaster. I come in here when you walk in and have such hopes and dreams, and here you go.
And then you dash them?
No, you dash them. I'm just saying.
Well, it's a positive development. The president's right to be pleased that there's finally a competent U.S. attorney. You know, I don't want to overstate whether anything will happen, but my gosh, well, at least the process is in place for something to happen.
Tom Fitton, thank you so much for joining us. We always appreciate it, except for the emotional roller coaster. 7:50 on WMAL.
Repair isn't something you